Hi, this is Eddie with the Mindful Emergence. Let's talk about terpenes. Why are they important? What are they? Well, terpenes are aromatic organic compounds found in cannabis, and by the way, they're in all plants, which contribute to its unique aroma and flavor, and which enhance the effect of other cannabis compounds like cannabinoids, such as THC and CBD. While terpenes are not psychoactive on their own, their presence definitely influences the effect of the high you get from cannabis and its therapeutic benefits. There are over 150 different terpenes found in cannabis, and a few are especially common and well known for their distinctive characteristics. Focusing on a strain's terpene profile rather than simply its THC or CBD content provides a much more reliable way to predict its effect. For example, a strain with calming terpenes like myrcene and linalool might create a relaxing, sedative effect, where a different strain with energizing terpenes like limonene and pinene could produce a more uplifting and cerebral experience, suitable for meditation, for example. Most consumers place far much too emphasis on THC content when choosing a strain rather than focusing more on a certain terpene profile to get their desired effects. When buying flower, don't chase the big numbers of the THC content. That's not necessarily going to be helpful to you. Simply following the sativa indica narrative that you see at dispensaries can also not be necessarily helpful. It can be very misleading. Bud tenders, the ones behind the counter in the dispensaries, they'll tell you sativas are going to be more uplifting and energizing, and the indicas are going to be relaxing. But that may not be the case because of the grower's desire to produce more crops, make more money. See, the problem is sativas take several weeks longer to produce their product, and it has a longer grower cycle. So they lean towards producing indica based plants. Reputable dispensaries, though, will provide a COA, which is a certificate of analysis that often shows the terpene content, and it can help you choose a strain of your desired experience. There's also a website called Leafly, which might be helpful. You can drop the strain in there and do a little research, but it's not 100% necessarily reliable. But I can tell you this, experienced buyers use their nose, okay? Because the nose knows. For example, the terpene myrcene has a particular musky, earthy kind of fragrance to it that's really noticeable when they hold that jar so that you can smell it. Whereas limonene, which is a terpene that I'm really looking for, has a, guess what, kind of a citrusy effect. Guess what plant limonene is in? Hmm? Okay, learning more here. So by smelling it, I get a pretty good idea what I'm getting. If I want that uplifting kind of terpene for meditation and creativity, I want that citrusy smell. And I will not buy flower I can't smell unless I know ahead of time it's what I want. There are other important terpenes that we could talk about, but I want to keep this video brief. For example, beta-caryophyllene. Beta-caryophyllene is a particular terpene that's really good for inflammation. So if that's an issue for you, you want to be looking for caryophyllene. So it's worth noting in this topic that terpenes don't metabolize well with edibles. Okay. They just don't break down very well. Plus, it's really hard to get terpene profiles on any edible. So, if you really are serious about it, exploring the terpene benefits, you probably want to lean towards flower. Here's a book I picked up that I found very helpful. I'm not selling it, I don't make any money, but there is material out there where you can start researching. And this really gets into all of them and even starts identifying different conditions and so forth, recommending certain terpenes, and it even recommends particular strains that you might look for. If you have questions, please reach out to us. I do cannabis consulting, primarily focused on seniors, because so many seniors now are starting to explore cannabis, and this whole new world is very confusing to them. So there's a link in the description that'll allow you to contact me if you want to talk about that. I'd love to hear your comments. Please like the video, subscribe. If you're new to this channel, I pump out a lot of content, and I'm really trying to help people. It's just for educational purposes, and I hope you found it helpful. See you next video.